to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Makes a connection. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Now on first down from the 40. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go right back to the run. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up. And they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Hawkins. Pushed down for the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll go right back to it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
The 2 2. fourth down. They'll throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
When you get interceptions as a safety, it's anticipation. You can see it. They see the route, they break on it, they go make big hits and big plays. This time, he gets the big INT.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under fire. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marsh. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown Wolverines! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
And I don't think you can outthrow this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can, Palmer. I don't think you had the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and then he makes the defense pay.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his second interception in the first quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
Finds a man on the left. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Going to the run, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The sure hands, it's Green. Hard-hitting tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it and he's open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Makes a catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Cowboys want to pick up the tempo. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hawkins. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra body, some extra type.
And he's in! Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing, Underwood. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready.
Makes the catch down the right side. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Marsh. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Escapes the pressure going right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Underwood. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Think after that last drive where they scored a touchdown, looked really good. They're staying aggressive here. Opening play of this drive in their own end. No need to run the football, no need to throw a screen. Let's stay aggressive. Let's let our quarterback chuck it. Let's let these guys on the outside work to get open. And I think if I'm the coordinator, I'm keeping my foot on the pedal moving forward. Running inside, it's Hawkins.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short.
And this is a no-brainer. It's fourth down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to do it on the ground. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's...
Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls it fired complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. The run inside. It's Jackson.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sayed. Looking long. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayed. He's not afraid to go deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, but he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Throw it, say it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He's going to take a shot. Got it down the field. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice...
Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Say it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Looking for blockers. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. using his legs. It's Cobb. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. It's him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like
Got room on the return. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
if first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Brown wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for the...
Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Tackled there by the defense. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Say it. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Play fake, say it. Right down the middle. Got his man. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Using his legs, it's Jackson. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Going for it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Lining up for the point after and the lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
This drive will open from the 15. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Rush is on him.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Defense in press coverage. Tries again to get it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throwing, say it. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Interesting decision here, but if they make the 2, it'll be a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Let's go. When you see snot bubbles coming out of the offensive player, you know it was a good lick. The Mike linebacker sits right in the middle of the field, ready to roll, ready to lay the hammer.
Brown wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. First play of the drive wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Brown will throw it. Hauls it in. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't...
Grabs it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Pushes toward the goal line. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Can't get him to the ground. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Now here's Saying. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Tie ball game as we play in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Say it. Here's a heat. This time it's complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Saying back to the air. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He's got an open man. Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Julian with the play fake. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. All wideouts, no backs. Brown wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pocket breaking down. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Looking to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Brown will throw it. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. He wants to change this route. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Going for 6. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here's Sayin to throw. Back open in the middle. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now second and 1. As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. 2-minute timeout arrives.